Hey everybody, we're here to talk about our last session of D&D on Wednesday night. So, first thing that happened, we all rolled initiative. Because, as you remember from last time, we had walked in and started pulling these stones out of the bag. We rolled for initiative, but we allowed Gesh to actually walk in since he wasn't there at the end of the last video. He walked in and... so then we're all affected by these stones. The first stone, I'm going to go ahead and just tell you what they did. The one that Cooper pulled out was that grayish stone, and it was a stone of grief. The way these stones work is the first person that does that looks at it or touches it and fails, their saving throw would activate the stone and its power. So grief is out of the equation right now. Jamira walked in and grabbed the red stone and failed saving throw. Rage was all the rage for us, right? So everyone starts hitting up with the rage, and we all rolled initiative to start going and attacking each other. So just looking at my notes, Akerth, I believe, was the first one to act, and just rage ran into another room, slammed the door shut, very angrily. From there, I know Miguel ran into the corner and aimed his weapon ready to fire at the first thing that attacked him. Sharth went over to attack him. Sharth got shot. And Gesh, who's been taunting this little deep gnome the entire time, goes after the deep gnome and takes his big maul and swipes pretty heftily at him. Who else? Cooper, at this point, is like trying to figure out what's going on and has to make a saving throw against the rage. Coop is now just as mad as everyone else. Soren took a couple swipes at Coop, was unable to really do anything. Jamira took a couple of shots with her spells at everyone, or at Coop, missed. We're firing over Soren's head because he was right behind him, Cooper. Let me see, who am I missing? No one. Okay. So at this point, Miguel drops his gun and takes out his swords. Why? Because he's no longer raging. The effects fell off of him. Takes his swords, takes a swipe at Sharth. Sharth uses his reaction Swordbreaker and basically takes only half the damage that Miguel could have given, because he drops the attack on the other sword. Sorry, I can't seem to clear my throat today. But at this point, Gesh finishes off Sharth, takes him out, and gives him no saving throws. He's down and out for the count. I believe at this point, Gesh had also had the effects drop off. He just likes to hit things. So, and I believe he runs out of the room. Coop throws up his spiritual guardians and starts damaging everyone, giving everyone a whirligig of damage. Let me see. Jamira, I think, shoots a little bit more. I think Akerth jumped out of the room and tried firing a crossbow at someone. Tried firing his crossbow at someone. I don't know. A lot of things happen. So I've got my notes. So I'm trying to just get through and read up on what all happened again. I know Soren threw his lightning javelin at at Jameer because Coop had run out of his range and gone after Miguel. So he threw that, and lightning damaged everyone along the way, but it stuck in Jameer, doing quite a bit of damage for her hit point level. And actually, after that, went right up to her and punched her unconscious. The rage at this point drops off of Cooper as well. For what we came to find out is they all have a radius, and they were just walking out of the radius. So, on Cooper's next turn, he dropped his spells and went to go heal Jamira. Miguel's Displacer Rat was also chewing on Cooper. So yeah, a lot of fighting, a lot of going at each other. Jamira was woken up. Soren, still within the range of the rage, takes his staff and smacks her again just as she wakes up. And at that point, Cooper had walked back into the path of the rage, so he went back to being mad. Soren, I know, I can't remember if it was from the Spirit Guardians or from something else that Cooper had cast, but took some radiant damage from Coop. But what had happened was when he took that damage, he saw some of the light of radiance that was on the weapon absorb into him. And when Miguel ran by him at one point, he took an opportunity to attack and hit him, and some of that radiant damage went out. This is part of what everyone's now finding out about Soren, is that he is. I took Magic Initiate as a feat for him and went the Druidic path based on his past being attacked by an elemental at some point. So this is stuff that he doesn't even understand he knows how to do yet. So there was that. And I know a lot more about what happened with him because it's obviously the character I'm rolling. I know Cooper at one point went back after Miguel, came back out of the rage, was back out of it. We kept going until finally we had covered up the stones. I know Acker took a couple of opportunity attacks at Miguel. Soren had also took a stance and using his rage went to clap his hands together in a preparation for an attack. And as that happened, boom! A thunder wave came out. So yeah, it's that again. Another part of his feat came out there. He knows how to cast thunder wave. He knows how to absorb elements. The third one is still a mystery to him and everyone else. So eventually, what happens is we get the stones covered back up, right? Miguel takes the one that's still in the bag and runs into the other room and opens it up to look at it. Saves on his saving throw, but finds out that it was a stone of ecstasy. So the only one that could have been group saving was in that bag. So, covered up all the stones. Soren found the grief one and grabbed it and got it in the bag. We got the rage one covered up. We got the terror one covered up. And Miguel put the other three in his bag of holding. From here, we took a short rest, kind of gathered ourselves, made our apologies and whatnot. And then we decided to start moving on up. Just as we're about ready to come on the landing, we start hearing a voice telling us, I believe it was saying something along the lines of, "This is my ship. You've invaded it. Not going to let you take it, blah, 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 blah." We get around the corner and see this spectral entity of some sort in the singular room that we're in. And there are a couple of other for lack of a better way to say it, mobs with him. Other couple of other enemies possibly. We don't know yet. We haven't had a chance to really interact with this entity, and that's where we ended. So we took a week off. This is actually the Friday after the week at the end of the week off. I'll come back to you again next Wednesday, and we'll let you know if we're rolling after we roll initiative with this guy, what happens. And hopefully we'll figure out a way to start making our way out of this area. But that was one of the more fun and intense fights, not fights, but just encounters that we've had. I think a lot of us really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see what our DM comes up with next. So, anyway, that's all for now. You guys take care. Peace out.